normally goes on with what, 2 minutes or 1:30? Yeah. I'll take it to the same. Like what, 1:30? Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you all the way live from the beautiful campus of University of Tampa, from the Bob Martinez Sports Center. DeCarlo DeVoe filling in for Jack Ike, who's on vacation with his beautiful family. And happy holidays, gobble gobble, to all the turkey lovers out there. Today's game features the first conference matchup for both teams. UT Spartans women hosting the Barry Buccaneers from Miami, Florida. Of course, the Tampa Spartans come into this game with a 3-0 record, and Barry nursing a 1-2 record, the away team. Time for the national anthem. I'll come back with the starting lineups after. Okay, well, I guess we're going to listen to some Usher for the national anthem. The other kid ain't coming. And we are back. The University of Tampa Spartans starting lineup. It's going to be Maya Gusto. Oh, well, Barry's starting lineup. We'll start with them. It's going to be Deja Thornton from Boston, Massachusetts, 5'6" junior guard. Number 10, Ashley Pink, a 5'9" senior from Sudbury, England. Number 12, Reagan Jackson, a guard, 5'7", from Chesapeake, Virginia, a senior guard. Number 20, Taylor Fowler, a forward, standing at 5'11", a junior from Bloomfield, Hills, Michigan. And number 41, Trinity Bosker, a forward center standing at 6'3", who's a junior from Thiels, New York. And now for the home team, the UT Spartans women, starting at number 1, Maya Gusto, a guard, standing at 5'5", a junior from Naples, Florida. Number 2, who's been a beautiful addition, Sydney Kin, a forward center, standing at 6'3", a senior from Cary, Ohio. Number 5, Audrey Ramsey, a 5'7" junior guard from Boca Raton, Florida. Sarah Jones, a welcome addition, number 15, a guard, standing at 5'5", a junior guard, that is, from Mason, Ohio. And number 24 to round it out, Malia Sullivan, the senior guard, standing at 5'11", from our neighboring Bartow, Florida. The UT Spartans are coached by Coach Tom Jesse, who's on administrative leave, associate head coach Caitlin Mitrick, assistant coaches Tommy Jones and Elena De Alfredo from Spain. Barry's head coach is Christina Bao, and her assistant coach is Mr. Rod Woods. Stay tuned for live action. Go Spartans. Now one thing with the opponent's scoring is 48, almost 50 points a game, but UT is scoring average is 72.3. Barry is scoring at about 73.3, but they give up 63.3 games. So if these statistics reign true, Tampa should hopefully have a victory. Tampa with the controls the tip. Barry looks to be in a 3-2 zone right now. First shot of the game, an air ball by Audrey Ramsey, but she'll get it going. UT shooting a 33.8 percentage clip from the three-point arc, so they'll definitely have to get that going today if Barry continues in the zone. Barry on the attack, swinging around the horn. UT in a loose man. Left-handed drive. Banked in by Ashley Pink. Barry opens the scoring column. Maya Gusto brings it down. She gets the call from Coach Mitrick. Into Ashley Kin, one-on-one. Maneuvering. Nice penetration by Malia Sullivan. The 5 to the 4. Knotted at 2. Good defense by Maya Gusto. She stopped Reagan Jackson, got the steal, pushes it up court for the UT Spartans. Back to Gusto, 3 up in the air, and nothing but net. Maya Gusto for 3. You're going to hear me say that a few more times this game. Bashley on the attack. Barry on the attack. Into Trinity. Oh, good block by Sydney. Sydney Ken, she's averaging about 3 to 4 blocks per game. 3 blocks per game, and that's just one of them right there. UT averaging 4 blocks as a team on the season so far in their 3 wins. Maya Gusto for 3 once again. She opens up 2 for 2. She's really shooting the ball well this season thus far. Barry enters the ball to Trinity. Back to Ashley Pink. Out to Reagan Jackson. Pump fake. Nice shot by Trinity. However, it did not find the bottom of the net. So UT gets the rebound. They're on the attack. Oh, nice bounce pass. Led her a bit too far. Turnover for Spartans, the first of the game. They average about 16 per game thus far. Pull up at the free throw line. Rebound by Ashley Kin. Maya Gusto off to the races. Nice hesitation and one. She'll be at the line for a free throw for 3 points the old-fashioned way. I tell you this, she set up the defense beautifully with the hesitation with the left hand, crossed it to the right, and dove to the basket, softly off the glass, and won. Here comes the free throw. She's been perfect so far except from the free throw line. Offensive rebound by Ashley Kin, back out to Maya Gusto. Barry chanting defense from the bench, and right on cue with the steal for the Buccaneers. Chiara Fusari with the basket on the steal. Cuts the UT lead to 6 at 10-4. Maya into Sydney, inside-out pivot. Sydney thought it was tipped out, as I did also, but the ball goes to Barry on the turnover. Inbounded to Asia Poole. Kicks it to the wing. Ashley Pink, high pick and roll. Well defended by UT. Jump shot up by Chiara Fusari, rebounded by UT. High pick and roll. Back into Sydney Kin. Double teamed. And won. She beat the double team. This will be UT's second free throw attempt. Since coming over to the Spartans from Findlay, Ohio, Sydney Kin has been a very welcome addition, a model of efficiency. In fact, she leads the Spartans in scoring at a clip of 17.3 points per game as she caps off the three-point play. She also leads the team in rebounding at 8.7. Her leadership has been very instrumental in the Spartans establishing a perfect season thus far at 3-0. Barry steals the rebound. And UT steals it right back. Maya Gusto pushes it up. Oh. A little bit of miscommunication. Nevertheless, UT has their third turnover. Ball inside to Glantz. She kicks it out, but to no avail. UT has the ball. Gusto pushes it up on the possession. Ramsey bounces it to Kin. Kin inside to Malia Sullivan. She's double teamed. Shoots. Came up an inch short. Barry on the attack. Another rebound by Sydney Kin after she corrals the miss by Trinity Bosco. Gusto walks it up the court. Into Malia Sullivan at the high post. Stop and pop. Yep. She rolls it in. That low arcing jump shot. And Barry calls a timeout. Lead right now is 15-4 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
The women
more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
All right, and we're back. The Spartans maintaining a 15-4 lead over Barry. Barry trying to overcome this 11-point deficit, because I'll tell you this, if you don't stay neck and neck with these UT Spartans, they will bury you. Barry inbounds the ball. They push it up court. Up and in. Barry breaks the UT run. Basket by number 13, Canary Holiday. UT back up the court. Audrey Ramsey controls the possession. Passes it to Sarah Jones on the wing. Into Sullivan. Out to Maya. She misses a three. Her first miss from the three-point arc today. Barry pushes it down. Little hesitation, kick out to the wing to Fasari. Back up to Fasari. She looked to take a UTEP two-step, but the referee didn't call it as she rolls in a bank shot off the window. Barry looks to be in a little bit of a full court pressure. UT handles it very well, and Gusto brings it up the court. Into Sullivan, high-low. Into Ken, no double team, back into Ken. Oh! And a travel by Ken. As she goes to the bench, she's subbed in for Alani Gallagher, the transfer from St. Leo, from the 6-foot grad transfer from Vestal, New York, who's been playing well also. Barry on the attack, out to Glance. Jump shot. Scramble for the rebound. Barry comes down with it. Drive, stop and pop. A little tussle for the rebound, and Barry maintains the possession. To me, it looked like the Barry player hit it out with the right hand as they were both diving for the ball, but nevertheless, got to get a stop. Out to Glance. Inside to Holiday. She bobs, weaves, puts it up softly, and she misses. Hits a player's foot for Barry. Camilla Fleefield, and Barry maintains the possession. Back inside the Holiday. Number 13, out on the perimeter to Glance. She puts it up for three. In and out. Rebound by Gusto. UT methodically up the court. High pick and roll. Gusto kicks it out to Jones. Another high pick and roll behind the arc. Stop. But she didn't pop this time. Her first shot attempt from the three-point arc. Fasari puts it up, stop and pop at the free throw line. Mid-range shot good. The UT Spartans lead has been cut to 5 at 15-10. Barry with a little bit of pressure. I don't think this pressure is to steal the ball. It's just to make UT use time. And not much time taken on that shot going up by Maya Gusto. Another 3 for 4 from the three-point arc, 18-10 UT. Barry kicks it around the perimeter. Skip pass. Steal by UT. Audrey Ramsey comes up with it. Oh, good idea, but she just led Malia Sullivan just about 3 feet too short. Barry comes in with 3 subs. Number 11, Janine Scott. Number 13, Holiday still in the game. Fusari goes to the bench as he's subbed in for. Number 12, Regan Jackson back in the game. And Lindsay Mahoku into the game for Barry, the 6'3" sophomore from France. High-low, Mahoku to Holiday. And 2 points for Barry on the interior. Ramsey pushes it back down court. High pick and roll. Out to Sarah Jones behind the three-point arc. Malia Sullivan into Sullivan to Alani Gallagher. I thought she was at point-blank range, but the ball seemed to have been tipped out. I thought she was fouled, but nevertheless she didn't get the call. But Ramsey inbounds it to Gusto. Fadeaway jump shot, a little short. Barry rebounds, they're pushing it up. Quick three off the break, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. With UT leading 18, Barry 12. And Ken is checking back into the game for the Spartans. I'll tell you this, the flow of this game, this is fast-paced. I love the four-quarter format. You know, it gives a chance for 4 last-second shots instead of 2 last-second shots as far as the end of halves. Now, where the shot clock is concerned, everything is pretty consistent from the men's to the women's games, but it's just that the men still play the 2 20-minute halves as opposed to the 4 10-minute quarters by the women. I guess the men's format is more like the international format, whereas Olympic Games, international play, it's always the 2 20-minute halves for the most part. Okay. Teams coming out of their huddles and get prepared for the start of the second quarter. Barry to inbound at half court. On the floor right now for UT, Gusto, Ramsey, Jones, Gallagher, and Sullivan. For Barry, Scott, Jackson, Holiday, Fleefel, and Mahuku. Scott with a drive, kicks it out to Ashley Jackson. And I think Barry was just called for an illegal screen, which turned it over to the UT Spartans. Maya Gusto bringing it up the court against Scott. Passes it off to Audrey Ramsey, out to Ken. Ken, yep, she shuffled her feet before the drive. Travel, turnover to Barry. UT still up 18-12 with 9:27 to go in the second quarter. Scott brings it up. Gusto waits. She passes it off. No basket, but the foul on Ken. I'll tell you this. Ken is going to have her hands full because Barry, they look to be pushing the ball inside, and you have 2 very formidable players in Lindsay Mahoku and Kanari Holiday. Pushing it around the horn. Good steal, Ramsey on the inbounds pass, but she couldn't control it out of bounds. We see what Barry's strategy is. They're going to play inside out, it seems. They want to try and get, Ken in some foul trouble, hopefully wear her down. Inbounded to Holiday. She misses. Rebound corralled by Malia Sullivan. Good board. Ball pushed up methodically by Mia Gusto. Maya, that is. Some nifty ball handling as she draws the foul from Scott. Sub for Barry. Ball inbounded to Ken. She tight ropes the baseline. But unfortunately, she stepped out. Turnover to Barry. Officials timeout. Okay, they're getting everything straightened out as the Barry coach talks to her players. Okay, ball inbounded to Jackson. And one. Basket by Scott. First foul on Maya Gusto. The thing with that, I mean, fouls happen in the game, but you got to keep your opponent from getting that ball up to get the basket and the foul shot. And on the missed free throw, ball goes off Malia Sullivan. Barry ball. Ball kicked out on the perimeter to Reagan Jackson. She hesitates at the foul line. Stops, spins. Out to Scott. Pull up at the foul line. Rebounded by Barry. Rebounded by Barry again. Looked like over the back on Gusto. No call. And Barry turns it over. Camilla Flilo took too many steps. A little bit of poetic justice. Gusto was in perfect rebounding position, but glance clearly came over her back. No call. Audrey Ramsey brings the ball up for the Spartans. Gets it set up. Out to Gusto. High pick and roll. Gusto to Sullivan. The top official didn't call anything, but the baseline official called a moving screen on Malia Sullivan as she was rolling to the basket. I thought she was stationary, but nevertheless, another foul on UT, and it turns over the possession to Barry. Ball into Glance. Glance off the backboard. She gets her own miss, kicks it back out. Hesitation by Scott, kicks it to Holiday. Kicks it to Mahoku for the 2 points off the glass. Nice setup. The UT lead is only 2 now at 18-16. Barry making a comeback by forcing the interior game. UT has to stop the bleeding. Maya Gusto off the pick by Sydney Ken. Nifty ball handling. Sarah Jones up top. Out to Audrey Ramsey. High pick and roll. Malia Sullivan pull up at the free throw line by Ramsey. Off. About an inch short. Barry pushes it down. Scott with the hesitation at the free throw line. Tosses it up. She was looking for a foul, but no call. Barry on the offensive board, but Scott steps out. UT ball. 2 more subs in for Barry. Number 3, Deja Thornton. And number 4, Frisari back in the game. Frisari seems to be that instant offense, the microwave off the bench. Frisari hails from Pavia, Italy. Skip pass by Maya Gusto to Audrey Ramsey. Back to Gusto. A little bit of a foul, no call. I think Deja Thornton got away with one. Oh, in and out. In and out. Frisari pushes it down. Back out across Reagan wide open up top. No. Oh. Barry blew a point blank offensive rebound putback. Very fortunate for UT as they corral the rebound. Maya Gusto pushes it up. Methodically gets into her sets. Another three up by Gusto. She's off the mark this time. Rebounded by Fusari. Yeah, and she's off to the races. Being from Italy, she's fast as a Ferrari out here on the floor. And a three by Deja Thornton. And Barry takes their second lead of the game at 19-18. They led 2-0 to open up the game with the first score of the game. Gusto to Sullivan. Sullivan to Jones. Back to Gusto. Ken runs the baseline. Out to Ken on the right wing, but on the three-point arc. Sullivan, okay. Call goes our way as Sullivan shoots 2 from the free throw line. Tell you this, the way the game opened up, it appeared that UT may be off and set to victory on cruise control, but these are conference rivals, and this is a very tough conference, being the Sunshine State Conference, so there are no days off. Malia Sullivan set to shoot the first of 2. Back rimmed it off the left side of the rim. This free throw here is to tie the game. And we're tied at 19. Barry quickly inbounds, pushes it up. Audrey Ramsey with the pressure. And it appeared to go off Barry, but Barry retains the possession. Inbounded to Reagan Jackson. Fusari up top to Deja Thornton. Fusari from the wing for 3. And it's a 22-19 deficit. Barry leads the game by 3 on that 3 by Fusari. Gusto methodically walks the ball up the court. Double pick setup. She goes off the pick by Malia Sullivan. She dives to the basket on the left side, and she'll be shooting 2 free throws. And the under 5 timeout, and we'll take a timeout.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back to live action as Maya Gusto is set to attempt her first free throw. Shooting 2 on the left-handed drive. She makes the first free throw. Now UT on the season, their free throw percentage is 87%, and until that free throw, UT was at 50% from the line. Now those 2 free throws by Gusto brings the free throw percentage up to 67%. And Barry threw it away. UT possession. UT facing a 1-point deficit. Hopefully they can take the lead. As Gusto turns the corner, picks up her dribble, kicks it to Ramsey. Ramsey to Sullivan. Sullivan inside to Ken. Ken up, and she's fouled. Ken, thus far, coming into the game, had a 92.9 free throw percentage. And I did not jinx her as she rolls it in. She's been almost perfect from the free throw line. And as I say that, she misses her first free throw of this game. Fasari drives baseline, stops, pops, misses on the baseline, but Barry corrals the offensive rebound, and luckily Sarah Jones in her fight knocked it off the Barry player's foot. But Barry's really been getting a lot of offensive rebounds. UT's going to have to buckle down on the defensive boards as they come into the game with a 3.3 rebound and margin edge. Gusto inbounds to Ramsey. And the game is tied at 22. High-low, Sullivan to Ken, and 2 points. 24-22, UT leads with 3:40 to go in the second quarter. Free throw line to Trinity. She banks it in. Game tied at 24. This is like a heavyweight fight, man. Back and forth, blow for blow. Back high-low. Nope. Out to Gusto on the perimeter. She squares her opponent up. Dribble between the legs. Puts it up for three. No good. Barry kicks it. Scott bringing it up. Nifty ball handling. Nice pass by Scott. Three by Deja Thornton. Rebounded by Ashley Ken. Yeah, this is probably UT's toughest game all season thus far. Fade away on the baseline by Sullivan. But I'll tell you this, these are two very familiar opponents. In fact, every conference opponent is familiar as Ken steals the inbound pass by Barry. Ramsey into Sullivan. Sullivan turns. Passes it to Ken, tips, back out to Sarah Jones, crossover. And 3-second violation, which negates the shot by Sarah Jones. Back into the game for Barry is Glantz. Now the misconception with Sydney Glantz is as she picks up her first foul as Sydney Ken grabs the rebound. She's wearing jersey number 32, but on the season stats, her number is 31. So I don't know if there's something going on with her jersey, but her nickname is Siggy. But nevertheless, she's 32 for this game. I guess there's been some good number 32s in the game, as far as Magic Johnson, Shaq, and a host of others, as Ken knocks down her first of 2 free throws, as UT is in the bonus. And 26-24, UT with the 2-point lead, with 1:50 to go in the second quarter and first half. Ball out to Scott. She skips. She shoots. She misses. Ramsey battling Holiday on the offensive boards, or Mahuku rather. And ball goes out to Barry in their favor. Bounce pass to Ramsey. Thank you, Barry. And UT brings it down. Out to Mayagusto. And into the game for UT, Eleanor Marcheski, number 33. She kicks it to Sarah Jones. Out to Gusto. Ramsey wide open, top of the key three. And it's good. Gives UT a little bit more of a cushion at 29-24. Deja Thornton dribbles baseline, kicks it out to Scott. Scott out to Camila Flilo. Around the perimeter, back to Scott, skip pass. Into Glantz. Glantz short at the high post. Rebounded by Ken, handed off to Ramsey with 50 seconds to go in the half. Ramsey versus Scott up top. Off the high pick and roll by Ken. Cross court to Mayagusto for three, and it's short. Long pass. Nice defense, Audrey Ramsey, tipping that ball away from Deja Thornton, the would-be recipient of a long pass from Barry. More substitutions for Barry. It's number 12, Regan Jackson, back into the game. And number 4, Fusari, goes into the corner. Another sub for Barry, number 41, Trinity Balker, coming in for Glantz. Or Bosecker, rather. Forgive me, I didn't study my Hooked on Phonics today. Shot from the perimeter by Regan Jackson. She swishes it easy like Sunday morning, even though it's Sunday afternoon. And it's the Barry Buccaneers versus the UT Spartans. UT's going to hold for the last shot. 10 seconds to go. 29-27 UT. Gusto turns the corner. She stops, kicks it out. Sarah Jones off the mark. Barry rebounds, pushes it. Fusari from their half court. Blocked by Gusto. Halftime. Leading the scoring for UT for the half, Gusto with 11, Ken with 10, Ramsey with 3. Based on who was on the court. And okay. Now as we go into the half, yes, Gusto with 11, Ken with 10, Ramsey with 3, and Sullivan with 5. Okay. For Barry, they're led by Fusari with 9, Scott 2, Reagan Jackson 3, Mahuku 2, Bosecker 2, Thornton 3, Ashley Pink 2, Holiday 4. So they have several people in the scoring column, and they're going to definitely do it by committee as they have a well-rounded team with a lot of subs. But nevertheless, we're at halftime, and we'll be back after the half. DeCarlo DeVoe filling in for Jack Ike, along with Andre, and once again, UT Spartans basketball from the Bob Martinez Athletic Center.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student-athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we are back for the start of the second half as the UT women lead Barry by a 2-point margin at 29-27. Both teams look very fired up for the second half. I would like to congratulate the UT women's volleyball team as they won last night against West Florida. And I think tonight they actually take on Barry for the South Region final and a chance to advance in the NCAA tournament. Now, Caitlin Mitrick has been filling in, quite fine, due to the Tom Jesse's absence. So we want to wish her, good continued success as she sits with assistant coaches Tom Jones, who came over from HCC, who was the men's head coach at HCC. Now he's back here as the women's assistant. And my good friend from Spain, who's beaten me in numerous shooting contests, Miss Elena Del Fredo, who was a great standout player and shooter and once on the Spanish women's national team. UT to start the second half is Ramsey inbounds to Maya Gusto. Once again, DeCarlo DeVoe filling in for Jack Ike as he's on vacation with his family, and UT opens up the half with the turnover. And Barry turns it right back over on the good defensive play by Malia Sullivan. Gusto up the court. Sarah Jones, a little long on the three. Good box up by number 10, Ashley Pink, as Barry secures the rebound. And that looks like a charge. Yes, Maya Gusto giving it up for the team. As she takes the charge. And Reagan Jackson picks up a foul. She drove very strongly, but a bit out of control. So, way to stand your ground, Maya Gusto. Barry looks to be in a 3-2 zone again as Ramsey opens up the scoring with the three-pointer from the right corner. Up to Fasari. Cross court, skip pass to Pink. Inside out pivot. And Bosecker with the mid-range foul line jump shot around the left elbow area to open up the second half scoring for Barry. 32-29, Spartans nursing a three-point lead. Malia Sullivan at the free throw line. Turns, pivots, shoots. Barry rebounds. Oh, broken assignment. Barry with the easy two. As Taylor Fowler gets a bucket, UT lead 1 at 32-31. Maya Gusto up the court, hands it off to Audrey Ramsey. Foul line to Malia Sullivan. Ramsey steps in. Inside, high-low to Ken. She puts it up nicely. Done with the right hand. 34-31 UT Spartans. Once again, Ken has been a very welcome addition to the UT Spartans women's basketball team. She's been a model of efficiency and good play all season long. And Fusari ties the game at 34 with the long three-pointer. Now, one thing with Fusari, she's always ready to go, just like a high revved up Ferrari, as she hails from Italy. And you got to always be on her whenever she gets the ball. She's always ready to shoot. And Gusto breaks the tie with the left-handed layup on a nice assist. Backdoor cut. Another left-handed layup, this time by Barry. Scored by Taylor Fowler. And Maya Gusto looks at Ramsey as Ramsey's defender came from the back of her and tipped the ball out. Luckily, the ball was not stolen as UT retains possession. Into the game, Eleanor Marcheski. The versatile forward out of Canada. Ramsey into Ken. Ken turns middle, up with the left hand, and in. Barry on the possession, out to Pink. Pink bounces it into Bosecker. Trinity out to Pink, and she shoots a 13-footer. Only 12 feet, foot short. UT retains the possession, and Gusto to inbounds. Gusto to Ramsey, Ramsey back to Gusto. Now to Sarah Jones, back to Gusto. Inside to Ken, she turns middle, and she is fouled. 2 free throws coming up. as the foul is on number 20 for Barry, Taylor Fowler. Right now, Ken leads all scorers at 14, Gusto 13, and for the leading scorer for Barry is Fusari with 12 points as Ken knocks down her first free throw. Second free throw coming up. And this, too, is also good. All net. UT now up 40-36 as Reagan Jackson brings it down. She kicks it to Fusari. Fusari almost dribbled out of real estate and tried a one-handed hook pass. Well defense by UT as the ball is knocked out of bounds. UT sets their defense and Barry to inbound. High pick. Fusari catch. Once again, it goes up. As she's now the game's second leading scorer with 15 as she hits the long three and cuts the UT point advantage to 1. 40-39, Spartans on the attack. Ball to Jones. Back to Gusto. Jones in the corner. 3 up, and it's long. Battle for the rebound. Barry comes down with it. Reagan Jackson brings it up. She's up top with Sarah. Ball to Pink. Switch. Ramsey on Taylor Fowler. They switch back. Oh, that's a push. That's a push. Thank you. Maya Gusto takes her second charge. She was pushed high up in the head and neck area, and the referees were right on it. Great call, officials. That was easy. I think Stevie Wonder could have saw that was an offensive foul as she cleared out. Gusto has the ball inbounded to her by Ramsey. Gusto kicks it to Marcheski. Back to Gusto. Skip pass to the corner. Sarah Jones. Skip pass to Audrey. She fakes middle. Goes baseline. Out to Gusto. Stop and pop. Friendly roll. Rattles it in. Nice soft touch. 42-39. Spartans advantage. You got to stay on Fusari. Good hand, Sarah Jones. As she tips the ball, steals it, off to the races, up and in. 2 points manufactured by Sarah Jones. A welcome addition who transferred from Embry-Riddle after a 2-year hiatus. The Ohio native fits in very well with UT. And once again, Fusari with another 3 cuts the lead to 44-42. I'm telling you, you got to be on her like her shadow as she catches the ball. Eleanor Marcheski with the long 3 misses. Gusto attacking the offensive board, but she commits a foul as she trips the Barry player. Fusari now leads all scoring with 18 points as she scored the last 6 points for Barry on 2 threes. Tell you this, Fusari right now is 7 for 10, 70%, but more impressively, she's 4 for 4 from the 3-point arc. That's some Elena Del Frito type shooting. However, we gotta stop her because she's been a one-woman wrecking crew for the Barry Buccaneers. She'll light you up if you give her the opportunity. I say got to deny her from getting the ball or really press up on her when she gets the ball so she just can't stand and shoot. Now, leading the UT attack is Sydney Ken at 5 for 7. Okay, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. And Maya Gusto with 15 points, 5 for 10 shooting, and 3 for 6 from the 3-point arc. UT is 9 for 12 from the free throw line, and Barry has only attempted 1 free throw at 0 for 1. No one for UT in apparent foul trouble. Barry pushes it to the corner. Ashley Pink. Travel by Holiday. Barry with the inside-out game or outside-in game. Holiday shuffled her feet in the post as she tried to drop it off to Mahuku. Gusto up, facing Scott from Barry. Kicks it to Sarah Jones. Out to Marcheski. And Fusari with the attempted steal, but she pushed Ramsey to the floor. Foul on Fusari. Yeah, if that wasn't a foul, she was off to the races for an easy 2. From Pavia, Italy. Italy, the country that makes some of the world's most famous super sports cars. Ferrari, Lamborghinis, Maseratis. And talking about a Maserati, Gusto fastly into the lane with a little flip shot. Teardrop that seeks the bottom of the net, and Barry turns it right back over as Scott with the misdirection, but she forgot to put the ball down. Audrey Ramsey to inbound to Gusto. Gusto walks it up the floor. Gusto versus Scott, high pick and roll by Ken. Gusto kicks it to the wing to Sullivan. Back to Gusto. Gusto through the legs. Back. And Fusari this time off to the races like a well-oiled Ferrari. And 2 points for the Barrett Buccaneers. Now 20 points by Fusari. Backdoor cut by Ramsey. Up and in, softly off the glass. Another assist. UT's averaging almost 20 assists on the game. 20 assists a game for the season, that is. And Ken with the steal on the inbound post pass as she's bumped by Mahuku. Referee right there. Referee didn't call anything. Gusto to Jones. Jones back to Gusto. Gusto sets it up top. Kicks it to Sullivan. Post-to-post screen. Sullivan tried to drop it off to Ken as she dropped it short. And Fusari mishandled the ball. She tosses it back in bounds. Right to UT. Jones to Sullivan. Oh! Sullivan one too many steps. She was fouled, but the referee called a travel prior to the foul occurring. Media timeout, and we'll be back. And we are back to live action. Barry to inbound. Scott to Fusari. Fusari back to Scott as Scott brings it up the court. Kicks it back to Fusari. Get on her. Get on her. UT looks to be in a loose man, almost somewhat of a zone. Holiday tries to shoot over Ken. Ken rebounds the miss, and Gusto brings it up. UT up 48-44. Gusto with some nice ball play. Stop and pop at the left elbow. Off balance. Ken rebounds. She loses it. Gusto steals it back. Good defense. Maya Gusto, the UT Spartan Energizer Bunny. Nifty ball handling. Kicks it out to the corner to Sarah Jones. Jones drives. Up with the left hand. Loses control. Barry rebounds. And we're off to the races. Fusari up and in. Wow, Jones was late getting back. And Fusari needs a millimeter to get a shot off as she cuts the UT deficit to 1 point at 48-47. High arcing three. She's now 5 for 5. Sarah Jones, Fusari on her. Jones to Gusto, Gusto to Ramsey. Ramsey being guarded by Pink. She drives the lane, right-handed drive, and she is fouled. Nice drive, Ramsey. 2 free throws coming up. I tell you this, I'm Fusari with 23 points. She's definitely imposed her will on this game for the Buccaneers of Barry. If we don't get a hold of her pretty soon, she's going to be a thorn for the rest of this game in the UT Spartans women's sides. Ramsey misses the first of 2 as it rattles out. And Fusari with 23 points on 9 for 12 shooting. Ramsey makes the second of 2. And UT has a 2-point lead, 49-47. Scott pushes it up to Fusari. Nifty pass to Pink. Pink out to Scott. Scott, pump fake, shoots. Holiday rebounds the miss, misses. Misses again, and UT rebounds the ball. Dodged the bullet. 2 point-blank shots by Holiday that rimmed out. Gusto high pick and roll by Ken. And she was fouled by Scott on the reach-in. 2 free throws coming up for Maya Gusto. 2 much-needed points with 4.1 seconds left. Then we got to hopefully knock these 2 free throws down and hold Barry to a missed shot. First of 2. Rattles off to the right. 0 for 1 this trip so far. 1 of 2. 50-47. 3 seconds. Fusari. Oh, wow. Good ball movement. No dribbles taken. Barry with the long 3, and the first miss from 3 by Fusari. Luckily, UT dodged the silver bullet as Fusari is being the big bad wolf this game. Fourth quarter coming up. UT somewhat on pace to reach their scoring average of 72 points per game. Barry at 47, and their season average scoring average is 73 points per game. So if we can continue to hold them below their average, hopefully we can come away with a victory. But I'll tell you this, we got to put the clamps on Fusari, as she's been a one-woman wrecking crew. She seems as if she's primed to go back to her home country of Italy or somewhere in Europe and continue her basketball career post her collegiate career. Now, Ashley Ken is continuing to be a model of consistency with 5 for 7 shooting, 6 for 7 from the free throw line, and her first double-double of the season with 11 rebounds. Maya Gusto leads the UT attack with 18 points on 6 for 12 shooting, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Okay. Set to start the fourth quarter. And Fusari inbounds to Scott. 50-47, UT nursing a three-point lead. Fusari from the corner. Her second miss from three-point in a row. However, Gusto was stuck on Trinity Bosecker, and Bosecker comes down with the offensive rebound, and it's a foul on Gusto, her third. She's now the first UT player in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Scott to inbound. Fusari. And offensive foul on Trinity Bosecker on the moving screen. Turn over the ball, UT. Inbounds, Ramsey to Gusto. UT up 3, 50-47. As Gusto methodically walks the ball down, hands it to Ramsey on the right wing. Ramsey skip past to Jones. Jones shuffled the feet. She saw the lane wide open, and she got so anxious she couldn't wait to get there. Unfortunately, she shuffled her feet, turn it over. Scott to Pink. Pink back to Scott. Oh, the ball looking like a hot potato. And Scott shoots, misses, bounces off Gusto. Janine Scott looks more primed to drive the ball rather than shoot it on the perimeter. But Holiday with another point-blank miss. UT dodged another bullet. Maya Gusto walks the ball down court. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ramsey on the right wing. Up top to Marcheski. Into Ken. Ken with the left hand. Once again, Sydney Ken, 4-2. Scott to Pink, Pink back to Scott, Scott to Fusari, ball going up. Oh, way up, off the mark. That's her third three-point miss in a row, but right on the spot with the offensive rebound is Trinity Bosecker, and she puts it in softly with the left hand. Turnover on the handoff. 52-49. UT up with 8:17 left in the fourth quarter. Men's game coming up next. Janine Scott dribbles the ball up. Sarah Jones confronts her. Scott with the hesitation, then she dives to the basket. Softly off the glass with the right hand, 2 points. The UT lead is cut to 1 at 52-51. Malia Sullivan, ball up top of the key to Ramsey, spins, dishes to Ken, and one. And one. Nice pass. Ken now with 12 rebounds, 20 points, with the free throw attempt coming up. And she gets 3 the old-fashioned way. Ken now leads UT with 21 points. Maya Gusto with 18. And leading all scorers is Fusari with 23. As Ken tips the ball away, Ramsey pushes up the right side, spins, back to the right. Pass to Sullivan, handoff back to Ramsey, to Jones. Jones in the lane, a little off balance, tried to kick it back to Ramsey in the corner for 3. Barry tips it out, UT to inbound. Subbed in for Barry is Asia Poole coming in for Janine Scott. Number 14, Asia Poole. Maya Gusto comes off the screen, guarded by Fusari. She fakes the 3, dribbles out, under 10 seconds, 8 seconds, stops, pops, she left it short. 55-51 UT, Fusari pushes it up against Gusto, crosses over to the middle, picks up her dribble, Out on the right wing to Ashley Pink. Out to Fowler, to Fasari, to Glantz, back to Glantz. Ken tips it out. Sarah Jones gambles. She misses. Out to Pink for three. She rolls it through. Got to get a hand up. 55-54. UT lead. Cut to one once again. Gusto pushes up, hands it off to Ramsey. Out to Malia Sullivan. Into Ken. Out to Jones. Jones for three. In and out. Rims out. Asia Poole pushing it up for Barry. Sarah Jones guarding her. Double screen. She crosses over back to the right to Fasari in the corner. And Fasari knocks down a three. Barry now has a 2-point lead at 57-55. And a UT great point guard, now the head coach at Gaither High School, boys basketball. Jordan. Jordan Davis just walked into the gym. He's sitting down and looks like he's about to enjoy some UT basketball today. And it looks like he has some of his team here to watch also. Of the UT women's Spartans, but Barry is probably their toughest opponent thus far this season, and there will be more to come as we enter conference. Very familiar opponents with one another. Barry's having a great game by Fasari with 26 points on 10 of 16 shooting, 6 for 9 from the three-point range. She also has 7 rebounds to go along and 1 assist. Now, she's being battled by Sydney Ken with 21 points and 7 for 9 shooting, 0 for 1 from three-point range, but 7 for 8 from the free throw line and 12 rebounds and 1 assist. We're about to come back to live action. Can UT hold on in the last 6 minutes and 2 seconds? We surely hope so, but the way they play will be the telltale sign on that. Mia Gusto to inbound to Ramsey. Ramsey brings it up. Barry looks to be in a zone. 3-2 zone. UT dribbling around the horn. Fasari gambles. Malia Sullivan crosses over. Out to Ramsey. Ramsey for three. Off the mark. Sarah Jones tips it. Can't control it. Barry rebounds. Asia Poole brings it up, passes to Pink, back to Poole, looking for Fasari, back to Pink, back to Poole, now to Glantz, to Fasari, lobs it in. Oh, point blank, Trinity Bosicker couldn't make the shot. Ken rebounds, and Gusto brings it up for UT, hands it off to Jones on the wing, to Sullivan at top of the key, back to Gusto. Back to Sullivan. And a travel on Sullivan. UT now down by 2. Glance inbounds to Asia Poole. She dribbles it across the timeline near the Barry bench. High pick and roll. Fasari comes off. Ball to Glantz. Fasari guarded by Jones. Skip past to Pink. Pink drives to the right baseline. Slides it baseline to Fasari. And she drops in another three. The UT Rims have been very kind to Fasari as she now has 29 points on 7 of 10 shooting from the three-point arc. UT now down by 5 at 60-55. Gusto to Ramsey. Ramsey misses the little 3-foot shot. Barry rebounds with 4:05 left in the game. Asia Poole brings it up. Double screen at the free throw line, dribbling left. Fasari drives baseline, fades away. UT not able to corral the ball. Pink to Poole, Poole to Bosecker. And Bosecker misses, and Gusto comes down with the rebound. UT needs to score right here to stop this bleeding. Hand off to Ramsey. Top of the key to Sullivan. And one. No. She wasn't able to bank it in, but she gets 2 shots from the free throw line. 2 greatly needed free throws by Malia Sullivan. Low arcing shot, she misses the first of 2. Low arcing shot, rims in, she makes the second of 2. UT cuts the Barry deficit to 4 at 60-56. A little bit of pressure applied by UT. Barry breaks the pressure, hands to Fasari. Wow. Hanging shot in the lane, Fasari misses. Ball tipped out by Trinity Bosecker. And it should be UT ball. Referees having a discussion. Yes, UT ball. They retain the possession. Ramsey to inbound to Gusto. Gusto is walking the ball up methodically. UT down 4 with 3 minutes left to go in the game. Ball into Ken. Ken out to Sullivan. She's off balance. Sullivan drives. She puts it in. And she's fouled once again. Another trip to the free throw line. I might add, UT coming into the season was averaging 87% from the free throw line. Today, they're right under 70 at 68. So these are 2 key free throws. She makes the first of 2. Second free throw coming. Two of 2 this trip. 58-60, UT down by a bucket. Reagan Jackson back in the game, tipped out by Sarah Jones as the pass tried to go to Fasari. Fasari is finding that soft spot against the UT pressure behind that three-point arc. If she catches, she's firing. Reagan Jackson to inbound. Fasari behind the arc. And she is fouled by Malia Sullivan. Well, it's almost like you have to switch the pick. Make sure she does not have an open look. But now 3 free throws coming up by Fasari. And that's one of the cardinal rules in basketball as far as not fouling a jump shooter. I didn't see much contact, but nevertheless, the referee gave her the foul. She shoots the first of 3, and she makes it. Second of 3. She hits that free throw. Third and final free throw coming up. Three for 3 from the line. Barry with the sub. Taylor Fowler coming back into the game for Scott. And the substitution gives Barry a little more size for rebounding. And it stops the UT attack as it slows them from inbounding the ball. Barry sets up defensively, 3-2 zone. UT down 5 again. Sarah Jones from the corner. She misses, follows her rebound, and puts it in off the glass. Free throw coming. That's one thing. When you shoot, you know You can feel how the shot is going, whether you're going to make or miss. And she followed her shot to perfection. As we always tell our young players, follow your shot. She did it, came up with the offensive rebound, stick back, and one free throw to come. Caps off the three-point play. Cuts the Barry deficit to 2. 63-61 Barry as they inbound the ball. 2:22 left to go in the game. Spartans set up. Officials timeout. Christina Ball, the Barry coach, administering directions. And she's been up on her feet almost the whole game. Barry on attack to Fasari. Fasari dribbles, puts it up. Wow, she's now over 30. 32 points, 34. UT deficit now 4. We need a bucket. Need a bucket. Need a bucket. Ramsey to Gusto. Gusto for 3. And got a big bucket from Gusto. It cuts the Barry lead to 1 point. 65-64. As Scott brings it down, kicks it to Pink. Needs some pressure on Barry. Fusari. Wow. Fusari. Wide open 3. She tried to rattle in, bounce out, but Trinity Bosecker right there for the offensive board and stick back to put the Barry lead up to 3 at 67-64. Whale of a game.
NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Barry with 18 offensive rebounds. The tail of the tape for Barry is Fusari with 34, but of Barry's 40 rebounds, 18 have been offensive. That's 18 more shot opportunities in the possession. Okay? UT has 25 rebounds, 22 defensive, 3 offensive. So UT is being out-rebounded despite their 3.5 rebound margin coming into this game. And as we come back to live action, Sydney King with the bucket and a free throw coming up. Free throw to tie the game with a minute 13 left. This has been some good action. If you like college basketball, then you come to the right spot. And Ken ties it at 67. No pressure on the free throws. Barry brings it up. Pink dribbles in against Ramsey. Bosecker against Ken, kicks it out to Pink, and Ramsey with the heads up. Heads up defensive play. She kicks the ball, but UT sets their defense and Barry to inbound. Reagan Jackson with the ball, drives against Malia Sullivan. Pink cuts against Ramsey. Oh, Sarah Jones with the near steal. Pink has the ball. Dribbles against Sullivan. Stop. Taylor Fowler. Out to Regan Jackson. And ball is tipped to UT. Tipped out to UT. I would have thought Fasari would have been in the game for that Barry possession. However, she wasn't. And hopefully that benefits UT. As UT inbounds with 38.3 seconds after the brief huddle and a tie game at 67. Now, I don't know about you, Dre, but right now, I like the chances of going inside to Ken and letting her make a play. And if she doesn't have a play, I trust her ball handling and her decision-making to find the open player on the perimeter, either to set up a shot or maybe she can find a cutter as she's done in the previous 3 games. Tell you this. My blood is boiling. I wish I could play, but I think I'm done with my playing as I suffered an Achilles injury about a week and a half ago trying to relive my basketball youth. I'll be all right, though. I'm just not Wolverine from X-Men anymore. I don't heal as fast. But nevertheless, Ramsey to inbound. Inbounds to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Ramsey. Handoff to Gusto on the right wing. Sullivan at the top of the key. Out on the wing to Jones. Jones to the middle. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan drives to Ken, but too strong. Needed a softer pass. I think Ken was expecting Sullivan to shoot it. And she was positioning herself for a rebound. Barry ball with 22.2 seconds, and I'll bet your bottom dollar that Fasari will be in on this possession. Scott checks into the game for Barry. UT has the hope to get a defensive stop, a steal to change the possession so that they could either win it or a stop sends it into overtime. But I think Barry will be holding this ball for one last shot attempt. So as Coach Ball for Barry strategizes about her attack, Coach Caitlin for UT and Coach Jones and Coach DeAlfredo, they're planning the UT defensive possession to negate the Barry attack. Coach Caitlin out on the court, giving some last-second instructions as the UT women's come out to prepare to get this stop and send the game into overtime. Now, I tell you this, the offensive boards have really been to Barry's advantage and UT's disadvantage, so UT better get a defensive rebound to cap off the possession. Fasari's still out of the game. Shot clock running down. Down to 13, 12, 11, 10. Scott sets up, high pick by Bosecker. Scott picks up the dribble. Oh, and a steal by Jones. Oh, she misses the layup at the buzzer. Left-handed. Oh, my gosh. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. She put it up. She was racing against time. And she pushed the layup up just a bit too hard with the left hand. Exactly what I said. Either a defensive stop or a steal to change the possession to give UT a chance to win. We got it, but nevertheless, the game is going into overtime. But luckily, Sarah Jones, you have a chance to make up in this extra 5 minutes. Wow. Barry dodged the bullet, and UT gave up a great opportunity to cap off this game with a win. Now, Fasari was out of the game the last 2 Barry offensive possessions, coach's decision, But let's see if she's in the game to start this overtime possession for Barry as they tip it off. Right now, to lead the UT scoring is Ken with 24 on 8 for 10 shooting, 8 for 9 from the free throw line. A key free throw to tie the game. She also has 13 rebounds. Gusto with 21 points. Nobody else in double figures for the Spartans. Barry is being led in scoring by Fusari with 34 points, who also leads the game. I'm wondering if Fusari is hurt. Ramsey to Ken. Ken up top. Kicks it to Sullivan. Back to Ramsey. Barry defense very tight. Sullivan with the mid-range jump shot. Rolls it off. And Barry rebounds. I'm really wondering if Fusari is hurt, because I would find it hard-pressed for a coach to keep their 30-point scoring guard on the bench in the last 2 offensive possessions. Trinity Bosecker missed the point-blank layup. UT rebounds. Sullivan with the ball at top of the key. Into Ken. Ken spins. She tried to find Gusto at the three-point line, but Gusto cut. And it's a UT turnover. Ball inbounded to Scott for Barry. Miss Janine Scott. She calls out the play. Passes it to Pink. Pink drives, puts it up. Misses the right-hand jump hook, and Sullivan rebounds, passes it to Gusto. Got to get a good possession here, at least get a shot off. High pick and roll. Wow. Ball tipped out of bounds by Deja Thornton as Gusto tried to get the ball to Ramsey. Ramsey to inbound with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Whatever we do, we got to be quick without rushing and efficient. Both teams, the Barry men and the UT men, watching on in anticipation of each school women's team winning this game. From here, we're going to hope it's the Spartans. Inbound to Gusto. So now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Double foul called on Sullivan and Pink of Barry. Sullivan from UT. UT retains the possession. I think Pink is subbed out of the game. Mahuku is coming in for her. Gives Barry a little more size on the front line. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. As I aforementioned, whatever we do, we have to do it quickly without rushing and efficiently. Now 8 seconds to get a shot off. Gusto off the screen, stop and pop. Oh! Baseline jumper no good as Barry pushes it down. And good tip by Malia Sullivan on the bounce pass attempt to Trinity. The pass actually should have went up top. Luckily, the pass was not thrown. Barry to inbound. Ball into Scott. They're trying to get the ball into Mahuku. She's double teamed. Passes it out. Sarah Jones tipped it out, tried to retrieve it, but nevertheless, UT gets to set their defense. 14 seconds left on the shot clock for Barry. Reagan Jackson inbounds to Scott. Scott ordering directions. High pick and roll. Mahuku, she puts it up. And UT gets the rebound on the missed shot by Scott. Maya Gusto dribbles up to Ken, to Ramsey. UT sets up with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Neither team has scored in almost two and a half minutes of overtime play. And right on cue as I say that, Malia opens up the UT scoring in overtime with the mid-range left elbow jump shot. UT on defensive possession. Scott dribbles up. Hesitation as she likes to do. Kicks it around the horn. Deja Thornton tries to pass it in. She inbounds her. She retains the possession as she dives on the floor after making a turnover. Looked like she was trying to inbound the ball from a seat on the floor. Nevertheless, Barry gets to inbound the possession as a timeout was called, as Deja Thornton was in a very compromising position from the seat on the floor, and UT was trying to stop her and cut off all her passing lanes. So Barry takes a timeout as both teams discuss, and we're going to come back to some live action. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to play as UT is nursing a 2-point lead at 69-67 after being down for about 5 points for about the last 5 minutes of the game. So great comeback to get it in overtime. They blew an opportunity to seal the game on a late layup right before the end of regulation by Sarah Jones. But nevertheless, Sarah Jones has made some fine plays in this overtime defensively to help the Spartans to a 2-point lead as they try to hold Barry for the last 5 seconds of their possession. And if UT can get a rebound and score, or steal and score to change possession, they put themselves in the driver's seat to hold on to possibly win this game and come away with an inspirational victory in their first conference game of the season. Back to live action. Barry to inbound, Scott to inbound. Mahuku on the low block. Passes inside to her. She turns. She spins. And Malia Sullivan takes a charge. She takes a charge, sacrificing her body with the elbow to the neck. She falls back. Foul on Mahuku. And UT gets the possession. Not a steal, but just as good. Ramsey inbounds to Gusto. Gusto dribbles it up. Out to Ramsey. Skip pass to Jones. Jones for three. In and out. That would have put a lot of pressure on Barry. Deja Thornton dribbles it to Scott. And a block this time. That's Gusto's fourth. She tried to take a charge on the baseline drive by Scott. Referee called the block. Non-shooting foul, so Barry to inbound. And Jack Ike, as you're out there on that cruise with your family, happy holidays. And we're holding it down for you until you're back. Some good sportsmanship and footwork as they dry up a wet spot by Maya Gusto and Janine Scott. Gusto, rather. Barry to inbound. Out to Bosecker. Back into Scott. Scott drives, head down. She crosses over, spins, Throws it up. Tie game at 69. She's more of the penetrating type. Scott, that is, for Barry. Gusto dribbles it up. Double screen, out to Sullivan, high-low. Back to Ramsey. Ramsey drive on the right side, and she's fouled. Ramsey to get 2 shots from the free throw line with exactly 1 minute left. Game tied at 69. Ramsey good on the first. Nothing but net. Second free throw coming up. Two-point lead once again. So Barry needs 2 to tie, 3 to take a lead. Scott pushes it up. Some nifty ball handling by Scott. Double screen. Out to Reagan Jackson. She shoots a 3. Rimmed out. Ken rebounds. Big rebound by Ken. Passes out to Gusto. There's a whistle. Play stops. As UT is up 71-69. With the score right here, that'll put UT right at their season average pretty much for team scoring. 43.4 seconds left. Ramsey inbounds to Sullivan. Sullivan hands it off to Gusto. Gusto dribbles up against Scott. Any type of score right here really puts UT in the driver's seat to win this game. Gusto out to Ramsey. Ramsey spins, kicks it to Jones. Jones, up and in! Up and in! Sarah Jones, big shot. Big shot. It wasn't a 3, but it fell through the UT rim for a 4-point lead at 73-69 with 19.9 seconds left. Unless there's a way to get a 4-point play, UT should be able to hold on. At least Barry probably won't be able to tie, but I won't say this game is in hand yet, as we've seen some strange things happen in college basketball. But with 19.9 seconds, we hope that the UT Spartans women hold on to seal this victory over Barry and hopefully inspire the men to do the same. I tell you this, I don't know what happened to Fasaria. I'm assuming it's some type of injury. But with 34 points and counting, had she played in this overtime, she could have possibly had 40. Barry only 4 free throws today at 3 of 4 on 75% shooting. The free throws have been keeping UT in the game at 76% on 19 of 25 free throws. Barry inbounds. Reagan Jackson, long 3. Rebounds her miss. Oh! Tough break for Barry. As that ball held up on the rim for several seconds, it did everything except fall through the net for Barry. Malia Sullivan rebounds with 9.3 seconds, and it looks like she's headed to the free throw line for 2 free throws and a chance to cap off the UT victory. Officials timeout. And a Barry player checks into the game, Taylor Fowler. And as I'm here, I'd like to say good luck to the UT women's volleyball team as they host the South Regional Final tonight after beating West Florida. And lo and behold, they host the Barry women's volleyball team tonight. So it's a weekend full of competition from Barry, men's and women's basketball and women's volleyball. Spartans to inbound. She's been double team. Ramsey's double team. Sydney Kin in the post, one-on-one. Ball into Kin, who's fouled immediately. And I'll tell you this, I don't mind that at all. As Kin comes in with a 92.3 free throw percentage. And on the day, she's 8 of 9. Nine of 10. One more free throw coming up. Ten as 11. And it's a 6-point lead with 6 seconds left. And Barry uncharacteristically turns the ball over. They didn't even get a shot off. As UT holds on for the 75-69 6-point victory. Okay. Well played, well fought. Congratulations to Barry as they move on to their next game, and head coach Christina Ball and assistant coach Rod Woods. Okay. But a big congratulations for holding on to the home victory to move to 3-0 as Barry moves to 1-3 by Coach Caitlin Mitrick, Coach Tommy Jones, and Senorita Elena De Alfredo of the UT Spartans women. Okay. Now, Barry was led in scoring, who led also the game in scoring by Fusari. Okay. Fusari never saw the game as she may have been injured. I don't know what happened. She never checked back into the game. But she led all scores with 34 points. Okay. And on the Tampa women's side, you had Sydney Kin with 26 on 8 for 10 shooting, 10 of 11 free throw shooting, 14 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive with a total of 16 and 42 minutes of action. Okay. And Gusto with 21 points on 7 for 15 shooting, 4 for 7 from the three-point line, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds. Audrey Ramsey, big free throws late, and Sarah Jones with a big jump shot to tie the game. I'm going to close it out to Carla DeVoe for Jack Ike. We're going to close out the women's game and head on to the men's game. Thank you.